Good evening. I'm back. So this one is going to be short and sweet. It's the only way I could really convince myself to get on here. Haven't really had much energy the past couple days. Monday and Tuesday I came home from work and went straight to bed. I don't know why I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open even at work. Walking around all day singing and stuff, it doesn't really make any sense to me why I should be so tired, but I did look it up, and I don't know why I had to look it up. I should know this, offhand, but grief can cause fatigue as well as, various physical illnesses and stuff. So I'm just trying to do what my body needs, rest, relax, whatnot, but also, it is important that I continue to get on here, especially because I do feel such resistance. So that's even more so a reason to stick with this. And anyway, we'll come full circle back to this, but there is a couple things notable that I did want to mention for my future self. The first one is, in my absence, I did have an experience with lucid dreaming. It was actually really pretty cool. If I've ever had an experience with lucid dreaming before, it wasn't remarkable in any way, shape, or form, but this one was actually pretty cool. What happened was I was meditating before work. I usually try to get up 3 or 4 hours before work so I can get ready. I don't really like to be hurried. I don't have that long of a commute or anything, but I like to work out. I like to meditate. I like to take my time getting ready, listen to music, and get prepared for the day. So at this point in time, I was meditating, and I must have fallen back to sleep because I was struggling with my dog's leash. I needed to take her for a walk, and I was having a hard time getting the leash clasped. I did bring it here so I can demonstrate show and tell time again. Oh, I'm sitting on it. Anyway, so it's got the prongs here, you can see, and it just, snaps in there. Well, for some odd reason in the dream, this was like an iPhone adapter. So no wonder it wouldn't snap in there, right? So then the thought came to me as I'm dreaming. It's like, maybe, I was like, why am I having such issues with, putting this on her? And I'm like, wait, that doesn't even make any sense. Why? And it's, muscle memory, and just, I never had this kind of trouble before. And then the next thought that came to me was like, oh, I must be dreaming. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then, the thought came to me, oh, I must have fallen back to sleep. So I forced myself to wake up, I guess. That's how it goes. And I looked at the phone, and it was 6:16. So yes, I had fallen back to sleep, but 6:16 is also an angel number. Let me consult my references here. What do I have for 6:16? 6:16 says, smile, you are in the right place doing the right things. This is kind of weird. I woke up at 6:16, falling back to sleep in a lucid dream. So that was actually really pretty cool, because if it had gone on any longer, I might have overslept. So thank goodness. Another thing I wanted to mention, I have these Wednesday regular customers come into the restaurant. They've been coming for a long time. It's 3 gentlemen. They're always wearing USO shirts. I think they volunteer at the USO. They seem to be ex-military, well, former military, retired military. And they questioned why I wasn't there the week before, and I told them, my mother passed. They were like, oh, okay, well, that must have been why everybody was so tight-lipped about your absence. And I was like, yeah, that's what happened. And they hugged me. There was only 2 of them that day, but the 2 of them hugged me. And they were really sweet about it. And they were like, yeah, man, losing parents sucks. And, keep your head up. And the one guy, as he was leaving, he was like, keep an eye out for signs. Keep an eye out for her. And I said, oh, yeah, absolutely. She's everywhere. She's the birds. Oh, I've recently started seeing flashing lights too. I'm pretty sure that's her. It's 3 flashing lights. Three. Whether it be random electronics throughout the house or the street lights outside, even the way that the wind was hitting my curtain and the sunlight. So that's 3 times too. I was, oh man. So she's still here. She's still ever present. So that's really cool too. But to get back to the customers, I don't really talk about my spirituality and how I feel about things, and you know, the veil and my higher self and consciousness and what at work. I just don't. I used to feel like I might be judged, which I probably will be, and that's fine. But you know, well, that comes later. But it really it meant a lot to me. I was like, oh, you know, this is not somebody I would have expected that would, you know, think, you know, in the same way that I do. He's this older gentleman, like I said, former military. Sweet man, absolutely. But yeah, it really meant a lot to me that he was like, well, look out for signs, you know. So, yay, connection. Ooh, okay. So then in the midst of feeling like poop the past couple of days, I did rest, and I did actually take ceremony yesterday for the 12/12 portal. So I lit a candle and I set some intentions at the very beginning of the day. And, you know, throughout the day, I just really tried to be there for myself. And, of course, I said my prayer, I lit some sage, and I did get a little intoxicated, not with alcohol. I won't say what in case my boss is watching, but it's legal. I bought it at the store. So that happened, and it was really pretty magical. I was crying and laughing at the same time. You know, I'm hugging myself. You know, I didn't really leave my room. I drank some full moon water that I had from the previous full moon, and I fasted, and that was, you know, it was pretty cool. It seemed like everything that the intentions that I had wanted to manifest for that day had come true by the end of the day. When I looked back at my list, I was like, oh man, you know, I manifested all this today. It was self-love. It was psychic abilities. It was, maybe I didn't all manifest everything in that day, but I was able to recognize that my, you know, I feel like my spiritual gifts are coming online, especially with the lucid dreaming. And, you know, my mother and her unfortunate leaving us, perhaps maybe she is the conduit that makes all this happen. So as sad as it is, I mean, that was a beautiful gift that she gave me. And at one point in time, I'm crying and I'm laying in my bed and I'm hugging myself. I hug myself a lot lately. I was crying, and I remember just feeling like my inner feminine was being just held and protected and soothed by my inner masculine. It was such a beautiful, beautiful feeling. And it was like, cry, I got you, you know, cry, scream, kick, wail, you know, sing, or whatever you need to do, you just do it, you know. And then yeah, I came out of the whole experience and I was like, man, you know, I really like myself. It's taken me a long, long time to get to this point, but I really like myself, and I wish everybody felt the same. It's such a wonderful feeling. And I thought to myself, why not do YouTube? I matter too, right? I matter. You know, I used to tell myself that I didn't matter, that I wasn't important, and everybody else was more important than me. And I guess I still continue to do the people pleasing today, but I'm gonna stop doing that. I mean, to a degree, I like to give, obviously, but to give and not to receive in equal proportions is draining. It's draining on your energy, and I hope that someday everybody can come to that conclusion. You matter too. You matter too. You're important. Everybody's important here. We're all important. we're all very, very important. Connection. And I tell people at the restaurant all the time, they ask me, oh, I have a question, and I tell them, love's the only answer. I'll laugh. Yeah. Well, no, wait, you know. Anyway, so, but then it's funny when they ask me, well, what do you recommend? You know, how is this? How is that? And, well, no, sorry, you got the vegan server. Luck of the draw, I guess. Anyway, so just a little something to laugh at. So yesterday was a good day, the 12/12 portal. I really felt the energies. Let me see, I had some notes. What did I want to say? yeah, I think that was all I really wanted to say about the 12/12 portal. We have the full moon coming up tomorrow, full moon in Gemini. And apparently the great attractor is upon us. So I'm not really sure what that means. I need to do some more research, but if I understand correctly, it's everything that we put out into the ether, you know, our thoughts and emotions and whatnot are going to come back to us, which, you know, happens on a regular basis anyway, but it seems to be amplified or exacerbated by this great attractor. So it's going to be a wild ride the rest of December, I'm certain. So we have the 12/12 portal for the next couple weeks. I think the energies of that, and then the full moon, and then the solstice is coming. And also it would appear that, you know, the sun's just going bananas, chucking all kinds of stuff at us. So pretty exciting. I guess gamma rays or gamma rays starting. Well, I forget when they said, but yeah, gamma rays are coming. So that's pretty exciting, and we're on the verge of, you know, some pretty exciting stuff. And I'm really, really excited to be part of it. But today I feel really, really, I don't know if you'd call it numb, empty. I think the term I used earlier was a soulless zombie. I'm just, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't stay like this, because the great attractor is upon us. I'm not scared of the great attractor, but it was really, really, I felt like I was freed. I really made a breakthrough. I made a shift with that, you know, the whole masculine, feminine thing, and being, you know, I deserve to be on YouTube just as much as anybody else does. I'm important too. Everybody matters. Everybody's important. We all have, you know, our own gifts and our own role to play here, and it's coming. I feel the shift. I feel the changes. It's all coming. It's very, very exciting, and I hope, you know, everybody gets to feel what it's like to like themselves, to love themselves, to be freed of, you know, oh, well, I don't, you know, judgment. I don't want to judge anybody. I don't want anybody to judge me. We should all just be free and love each other. And I feel like we should, you know, take a lesson from the children. You know, kids don't care. They they get mad, and, you know, they whine and scream, they get it out, you know, and then 5 minutes later they're, you know, your best friend again. Or they don't hold grudges, they don't hold things against you. You know, we should all be like children and just play together, right? maybe not, I don't know. That's just something that came to me. I also, this is probably really silly, but I came to the conclusion that anything that does matter matters. That's why it's called matter, right? And it's so profound. You know, just stumbled onto something big there. But anything that is materialized, anything, you know, the sun, the moon, the plants, the trees, the show, this notebook, everything matters, and everyone matters. So anyway, that's all I got. I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for listening. Take care of yourself, okay? Love you. Thanks for playing.